guys, welcome back into another video, and today is a very special video. You guys know I do all of the Blu-ray collecting, physical media collecting, and today we are doing another collection video, and I know we are into the month of March, but this was one I did not get to earlier in the year, so I thought now would be the perfect time to go through my complete Criterion collection. And it's a pretty sizable collection now. I went ham last year during the 50% off sales at Barnes & Noble, and I have discovered a lot of films that I really truly love now, and a lot of films that I never probably really would have loved if not for the Criterion Collection. So go down below in the comments, let me know, what is your favorite Criterion that you own? What's your favorite film that you own on the Criterion Collection? And I'm very excited to get in here today. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going in spine order. The way I break up my collection is I have the standard clear cases, then I have the box sets or the bigger editions, and then I also have a stack of Criterions that I have not watched yet. So that's how I break this up, and let's get into it. Spine 65. This is the clear cases of the ones I have seen. We have Rushmore. Wes Anderson, I mean, I love the guy. I think that his filmography is great. He's one of my favorite directors. Rushmore is, while not my favorite, it has a lot going for it, a lot of redeeming factors, and I had to have it on Criterion. You're going to see a theme for the first 5 in this stack. Spine 157, we have the Royal Tenenbaums. Please excuse the glare. I'm trying to work with the lighting here. Another one from Wes Anderson. This one is one of my favorites. I really enjoy this one. I think the cast is absolute dynamite, and Wes Anderson's direction is on point here. Really love it, and very happy to own this on Criterion. I wonder what the theme is for these first 5. Oh, it's another Wes Anderson. Spine 300. That is The Life Aquatic. I'm sorry, this glare is absolutely brutal. The Life Aquatic. I don't know how I feel about this one. I've seen this one before. I enjoy it. Not my favorite in his filmography, but I think there are some really nice performances here. I think that this film is one of the best when it comes to set design. Absolutely awesome. Spine 450 is his directorial debut, Bottle Rocket. I tend to enjoy this one. I think it is a much smaller scale Wes Anderson tale because it is his directorial debut. The story of how it got made is absolutely fascinating. Originally it was a short film, and then a studio bought it and made it a feature-length film. Really enjoy this one. The beginning of the Wilson brothers' acting careers. Really like this, and yeah, got it on Criterion. Going to move along a little quickly here. The next one we have is Spine 540. That is the Darjeeling Limited. Probably one of my least favorite Anderson films, but still good. Cast is good. Anderson's direction is great. Love that it's on a train, and that's kind of the main setting. Really like this one. First non-Wes Anderson film of the bunch, Spine 552. Broadcast News. I think it's a really well executed film, one that really does accurately look at journalism and the realm of broadcast news. Really enjoy this one. This one's really good. Probably my favorite so not my favorite Criterion, but like the favorite movie I own of Criterion, and by that I mean it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Spine 591, 12 Angry Men. Picked this up on Criterion before I watched it for the first time last year. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I believe it's in my top 15 of all time. This is one of the greatest screenplays of all time still, and this movie came out in 1957, and I still think it's one of the greatest screenplays of all time. Just an absolutely fantastic film. Next up, Spine 638, the directorial debut from one of my favorite directors of all time, Christopher Nolan. Following. You can definitely tell it is his directorial debut. It is nowhere near as grand of scale, or really just as good as his others. Now, is still really impressive for someone that is making his first film during the weekends when he's not at school or working, and making it pretty damn good. And I am very happy to own this one on Criterion. Spine 681, another film that I really, really enjoyed. That is Frances Ha. Greta Gerwig is an incredible talent in Hollywood. She acts, writes, directs, and does it all extremely well. And this is a Noah Baumbach feature as well, who we all know famously from Marriage Story. Really enjoy this one, and I'm glad to have it in the Criterion Collection. Spine 794, Coen Brothers film, Inside Llewyn Davis. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I don't think it's a great movie, but I do like. I think it's a little long and a little slow. But Oscar Isaac gives a really good performance, and overall, it was a pleasant time, is what I'll say. All right, continuing on, bringing another stack up here. All right, continuing on, we have Spine 812. That is The Player. I really like this film. I had no idea what it was about, just knew it was about Hollywood and making movies, and then the fact that it's like not a satire, but it's an extremely meta film about Hollywood, and just so impressed by what Robert Altman's able to do with this film. Just absolutely incredible. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. Spine 834, another Coen brother film, Blood Simple. I like it. I wouldn't say I love it. I think it's good from a filmmaking standpoint, but I wouldn't say it is like one of my favorites. I probably have to give it a rewatch, see what my thoughts are on a rewatch. Spine 839 from another one of my favorite directors, Richard Linklater. That is Boyhood. I enjoyed this one. It's definitely not my favorite Linklater film by far. We will get to that later in this video, but you got to respect what he's able to do here over, I believe it's a 12-year period. Just really, really well done. Spine 843, your first PTA movie, Punch Drunk Love. Really like the performances here. I think Adam Sandler is absolutely fantastic, and it is a very stylized movie that is very heartwarming at times, while also very tense, which was a pleasant surprise. Spine 904, one of my favorite comedies of all time, Election. Matthew Broderick, Reese Witherspoon, both fantastic in this movie. A young Reese Witherspoon giving a really great performance. It is a lot of fun. Very, very just watching it's the definition of the domino effect. I just really, really enjoy this one. Spine 936. This is the second Criterion I ever bought. I do not own the first Criterion I ever bought. I actually sold it because it was a collection of documentaries on John F. Kennedy, which I watched and never was going to watch again. So I sold them. This is the first one that I ever bought that I still have, Bull Durham. This was before I was really into Criterions. I was like, oh, Bull Durham, a sports movie. Cool. But now I'm more into film and filmmaking, so yes. But this was the first one. Really, really enjoy it. Classic baseball movie. Kevin Costner is just fantastic, and it's a great movie. Spine 1011, Fail Safe. Absolutely classic film. A film that does suspense really, really well. This is Sidney Lumet, I believe. Yes, it is. Sidney Lumet, just one of the greatest ever to direct, and just the end of this movie is just incredible what it's able to accomplish. Spine 1027, The Great Escape. Really awesome movie. It's very long, but it's very action-packed and powerful, and I enjoyed this one. So I lied when I said 12 Angry Men. Actually, let me look this up for certain. It's either 12 Angry Men or this next one I'm about to show you. So please excuse me while I look up which one is my favorite of the two, because I don't remember off the top of my head which one. Okay, 12 Angry Men is the favorite that I own, but this one is 4 spots behind in my favorite movies of all time. Spine 1031, that is Wildlife. This is for all the people that have watched The Batman recently and love Paul Dano as the Riddler. This is Paul Dano's directorial debut. He directed this film and is absolutely incredible. Jake Gyllenhaal, Carey Mulligan are the leads. They give incredible performances, but it really is the direction of Paul Dano that does it. So if you loved him as the Riddler, go support him and check out Wildlife. Spine 1034, another just brilliant film that I just absolutely love. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Probably my favorite foreign language film. Probably. It's really good. I love this. It's one of the most beautifully shot movies I've ever seen in my life. The love story is so enthralling and intriguing, and the ending is so damn good. Chef's kiss. Cinema. That is cinema. That's what this movie is. Spine 1061, Minding the Gap. The only reason I picked this one up is because I listened to Sean Finnessy at The Ringer, and he has his podcast that he does, and this was his favorite film of whichever year it came out, 2018. This was his favorite film. So I was like, okay, it's on Criterion. I'll probably check it out. Picked it up, really enjoyed it. I think it's a very, very well done documentary, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say that you should all go check it out and see for yourself. One more of the hard plastic cases before we get into the bigger edition box sets. Actually, I lied. 2 more. I'm going to bring the whole stack up here. Spine 1075, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I know everyone claims this is a classic, and I will say it is a classic, but it was fine. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars. It was fine. All right, last clear case. Spine 1106, One Night in Miami. My second favorite film of 2020. Brilliant performances. The direction from Regina King is absolutely outstanding, and it's just a damn good movie. So go watch it if you're not already, and it is now on Criterion. I'm very, very happy to own it on Criterion. Now, as you see, we have the bigger box set editions, which I actually like more, obviously, than the clear cases. Spine number 2 is Seven Samurai, one of the first films I bought last year, I believe. It is an epic of a film. It is long, but it is so good. Performances are great. The direction from Akira Kurosawa is the definition of cinema. I really love this film, and I got to give it a rewatch. It's a long one. I'm going to have to commit a lot of time, but I got to give it a rewatch. Spy 97, Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. A very effective film that highlights things that are unfortunately still happening today that should not be happening today. So it's a very effective piece of filmmaking. It's really good, and Spike Lee is one of the greatest filmmakers making movies today. Spine 647 is On the Waterfront. Everyone claims this is Marlon Brando's best performance. I still think he's great in The Godfather. But it's good. I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've ever seen in my life, but I do think that it takes some wild twists and turns, and I did enjoy my viewing. Spine 700. Yeah, I love this movie to death. That's fantastic. Mr. Fox gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Wes Anderson. We're back on the Wes Anderson train. I think I own all of his Criterions so far. Let's get Isle of Dogs and The French Dispatch on Criterion, please, so I can own all of them because I'm a completionist. Fantastic Mr. Fox is brilliant. It's like Wes Anderson's best, besides one that we're going to talk about later. I love this film. Oh, what a surprise. Another Wes Anderson. Spine 776, Moonrise Kingdom. Not one of my like ultra favorites, but this is still a really great film with some really awesome performances. Great set design as well, I will say. Spine 856 is my favorite piece of this collection. That is the Before trilogy. This is the greatest trilogy of all time. I will continue to champion this trilogy from Richard Linklater. I think all 3 films are the definition of perfect. They all have 5 out of 5 stars, and it's just a absolutely jarring story that is so brilliantly done, and I will continue to champion these films because they are freaking amazing. Spine 909 is Night of the Living Dead. I'm not a big horror guy. I think this one is okay, but I do appreciate what this film meant for the horror genre and what it accomplished, so very happy to have it in my collection. Got an old school zombie flick in the collection. Spine 1025, my favorite Wes Anderson movie is The Grand Budapest Hotel. Got it on Criterion. Love this film. This is the definition of brilliant set design and cinematography. Performances here are fantastic as well. It's just a damn good movie. Film from Noah Baumbach that I absolutely adore is Spine 1038. That is Marriage Story. I've talked about Marriage Story a lot on my channel. This is one of my favorite films of 2019 when it came out. Yes, 2019 was one of my favorite films. 2019, I championed it then. I'm going to champion it now. It's absolutely brilliant. Spine 1054, the Best Picture winner from 2019. That is Parasite. I got to give this a rewatch. I haven't seen Parasite in a long time, but it's a damn good movie. And it deserved Best Picture. So there you go. Spine 1058, we're on a string of 2019 releases. That is The Irishman, Scorsese, of course, one of the greatest working directors. This is a good movie. It's very long, but it is what it is, and it's pretty good. Last one of the movies I've seen. Then we've got a stack of ones I have not seen. Spine 1101. That is Uncut Gems. Did not get the 4K version. Unfortunately, they didn't have it available, so I just got the Blu-ray version. I don't think I need the 4K version. I think the Blu-ray is going to be perfectly fine, but yeah, this movie's freaking insane. And yeah, there you go. All right. Now to finish out the video, we're going to move on to the films I have not seen, but am incredibly excited to check out, might I add. Flip this bad boy over. Clear cases, then box sets again as well. Spine 52, we have Yojimbo, Kira Kurosawa again, and very excited to check it out. I'm not going to have a lot of thoughts on these because I haven't seen them. Spine 151, we have Traffic. Steven Soderbergh came out with a movie this year, Kimmy, that I really, really enjoyed. He had one last year, No Sudden Move, which was okay. This one looks thrilling. I'm very excited to check this one out, and I have it in my collection. Spine 381, Lahain, I believe is how you pronounce this. Trying to get into more international cinema, and this is one of the most notable French pieces ever. So I'm very much looking forward to checking this one out. Another one that is a big-time French film, Spine 512, Vivre sa vie, I believe is how you say it. I don't know. Very interested in checking this one out, just from the synopsis alone. Looks very interesting, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a look. Spine 516, we have Stagecoach, one of the classic westerns. Big western guy, love westerns. Very interested to check out more of the classics. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, absolutely incredible. Spine 536, The Thin Red Line. I love war movies, and this one I've heard is absolutely incredible. So I'm very, very excited to check this one out. Heard the cast is absolutely brilliant in that as well. Spine 691, we have Thief. Yeah, not too much to say. Synopsis looks interesting. We got some, we got Michael Mann, James Caan. Yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say. Again, I haven't seen these films, so I don't have a lot of thoughts. Spine 1073 is Memories of Murder. Finally picked this up. Bong Joon-ho. I mean, love Parasite. I'm sure I'm gonna like this. Yeah, there you go. Spine 1091, we have Beasts of No Nation by Cary Fukunaga, who did No Time to Die. I've heard nothing but great things about this film, including a very incredible Idris Elba performance from what I've heard, and I'm excited to check this one out. Two more, the bigger editions. Spine 1014, Roma. Have not seen Roma. Kicking myself that I have not seen Roma. Very excited to finally check out Roma on Criterion. And the last one we have is a 2-set. It is Spine 190, 171, and 172, and that is Police Story 1 and 2. This will be my first look into Jackie Chan. I have not seen any movies from Jackie Chan. I'm very interested in checking that out, and I'm looking forward to it because Jackie Chan is a legend, and I need to start looking into his stuff. But guys, that is pretty much it. That is my entire Criterion collection. Let me know down below in the comments, like I've said before. Let me know, what is your favorite Criterion that you own, and how many do you have? Let me know. How big is your collection of Criterions? But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. We do Blu-ray content every single month. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.